Hello, my name is Professor Cheng. Today I'm going to present to you my topic education development for future electric vehicle and railway system. This is a topic I present to the International Conference on e-teaching and e-learning. So, public awareness for the electric vehicle are getting higher and higher, mainly because we all demand for zero emission for electric vehicle. You see that all the gas vehicle are going to be phased out. For the vehicle development for the last 40 years, we see that not only electric vehicle but train system have highly developed. So in the near future, we're going to have a lot more of electric vehicle. They're going to become the major development for all the transportation system. And however, we find that in many universities, we do not offer a lot of the courses in electric vehicle. Most of them, they mainly offer more conventional automotive engineering. So you can see that we do need to have a high demand in near future. At the moment, we see that many of the health college or vocational school, they focus on mainly about diploma program. We do not see that they have offer undergraduate and postgraduate program. So we should therefore focus more in the future development, research program, and design for electric vehicle. You can see that at the moment for the whole world, roughly about only 3% of vehicles are electric. So however, you can see that in next few more years, probably in 2030, that at least 30% of vehicles will be electric. And by 2050, which is the deadline for the carbon neutrality, then will at least 70%, maybe even close to 100% of vehicles will be electric. So that's why we need to think about how to look into this serious issue as well. And electric vehicle has been there for many years. I think we all see that 40 years ago, all the car are conducting electric, and even the railway system are already in electric 40 years ago. So for a new university program, it may take a long time for development, probably take at least 2 years for the program and development program written out. And also for the graduate, you need at least 4 years for the student to graduate. So that means at least 6 years in total in order to have a new engineer to graduate. So in this case, we need to really do it ASAP in order to have a new batch of electric vehicle engineer. So graduate for electrical engineer, and in terms of the electric vehicle, they can offer many of the contribution, not only in vehicle design, even the manufacturing plant, and even though for all the other activity as well. So for each vehicle, we are going to learn the vehicle design, battery system, and the charging system, and also even the other long technical stuff, including the firefighter, paramedic. We also need this kind of the development. And for other disciplines, including the city planning, transportation, infrastructure, and also other professional development, we also need this skill. So that is to say, we do need to have a lot of the new electric vehicle program for this work. So let's see what kind of technology will be there in the program. For example, here will be a structure for electric vehicle. We see a battery here is the energy storage. So with a charger, mainly about the conductor charger. We may also have wireless charger to charge the battery. We may also have other new fuel, for example, like hydrogen, ammonia to provide the charging to the battery. And also with the battery is DC, we convert it into AC to drive the motor through an inverter. And then we also have a reduced voltage for some 12 volt or 24 volt to drive the computer. So in here, we also have the wheel system. So that including how we do reduction of gear. We may using this method by using EV motor for the driving. We also have active suspension. These are another the new system in the vehicle that will be very much different from conventional vehicle. So that means the education requirement, including we also need to have this kind of the development, including the general education, so that we're able to train the student to understand more about the basic component and parts. We also need them to understand more about the electric vehicle fundamental technology. We also need to show them more other aspects, including the social impact and economic development, carbon footprint, and also other environmental aspects. So even though for management and policy making, these courses should be able to contribute to their knowledge as well. So for example of courses in our EV program, it may including some introduction for electric vehicle and also vehicle charging system. That's important because they govern the whole infrastructure and the energy development. For the new sources and storage also really important, and the infrastructure for the whole city, ethic and sustainability concern. We also need to look into the economic concern and the market. So they're all important program for EV, not only 100% highly technical. We also have other supporting courses. In many universities, we do have the conventional courses like power electronic, high-speed rail system, intelligent motion system, like how to control the motion and moving part, electrical machine that relate to how the motor development. We also relate to modeling and ultimate control. All these courses already in many of the university program, so that can be also adapted in our EV new program. So let's see some conventional development. For example, like you can see that conventionally we got the suspension, but they mainly about hydraulic. And now we're going to go for the active suspension using all electric linear motor to do the job. Even the wheel, we're going to use the e-wheel motor, which integrate the motor and wheel together. So in this case, much easier for our four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Even though the braking system, we don't use hydraulic now, we mainly using all electric motor, force motor to drive the braking, so-called ABS, able to provide a really nice braking system with ABS control. So that means we do these courses for higher level technical development. So including some new courses, maybe autonomous vehicle that getting more important, advanced EV technology like the new component we talked about just now, active suspension, like the ABS system, and many other new technology we can going to provide them. Hybrid electric vehicle were also important. The hybrid electric vehicle, including the hydrogen hybrid, ammonia hybrid, maybe flow battery hybrid, or supercapacitor hybrid also become important. So that means our program aim and learning outcome is must requirement to tell the student what our program going to offer, what kind of learning outcome. So that including provide a fundamental knowledge for EV that may include the research and practical aspect. We also need to provide the high quality professional in terms of regional, national, and global, so that the student can learn EV development to cover contribution anywhere. So we need to prepare the student how they understand the future development in terms of research and study. They therefore have the practical experience so they can adopt to the future industry in terms of the carbon footprint and also electric mobility solution. So learning outcome is important. Our program should have a good learning outcome for professional competency and problem learning skill, solving skill, critical thinking important for all the program, also creativity and also self-learning. Because after they learn the skill from the program, they should able to develop their own self-learning skill for the future education. So you can see that around the world, there's many EV courses already available. Here will be some example. In UK, we see that Brunel University, Oxford Brook University, Aston University, University of Bolton, and Cranfield University already have a master program in EV. Other in Europe, including University West in Southampton in Sweden, and also there's a 4 university in Europe already joined together to offer this program. In Asia, we got the Cheng University, National University of Singapore, Seoul National University in Korea, and Indian Institution of Technology in India, and Technical University and Moorish Asia, and also the Chandigarh University in India also offer this program. So in North America, there's also a number of college and technical institutions offering similar programs like University of Ontario, McMaster University, Kettering University, Wayne State University, Atlantic International University, University of Michigan, and Michigan Tech. They look 100% in the degree program, but they do offer a lot of technical program in this area. We see that student feedback is important for development of such program. So after we do the course, we also study the learning feedback from the student. We find that the student expecting the learning for the EV program should be, they like to learn an overall introduction for the EV system. They also need to learn about the EV configuration, about the battery management system, the circuit and topology for the EV. They like to learn everything for the program. They like everything for the program. They also like to learn more about the development of the EV, including they should able to master the technology for the motor, BMS, and EV topology. They also like the EV and introduction in many aspects. They also like to learn about the EV car strength and mechanism. And so we also asked the student from the feedback regarding what they think would be the best for the program. They think that our program is the best. Nothing needs to be changes. And they like the program to be more practical. They also like to have more demonstration. They may also like to have more site visit so that students are able to learn more about the different aspects and the practical point of view. And we also conduct the overall analysis for the program. We found that for the last 3 years, many program because of the pandemic COVID-19, then the practical work and demonstration will be less. And so that means the student they prefer have a more practical training for the program. And of course, we also develop the program using in-person and the Zoom as well. So that means the thinking of students have different kind of the feedback to us. They do prefer all the program has an in-person. However, they also prefer that some recording for the lecture so the student are able to review afterward. So that's very important for the student learning. They also have a design for hands-on experience because they learn the EV, they want to have to touch the EV, try the EV, have some development and some testing for the EV, even though design. So they like to have more site visit, demonstration, and also visit to our EV laboratory. Our class size is quite large, roughly about 100 students. That's why to organize such activity in terms of site visit and experiment will be quite difficult. And also, we also ask them the feedback for our courses. They like to have something like for good EV courses, we need to have good professor, very famous professor like me. And also, they need to have a really good teaching material. They like to have in-person and video recording. They like to have regular assignments so they can learn much better through the exercise. They like to have laboratory class, more site visit, and case studies. So you see that EV also including railway system. Railway system getting more important. So in this case, they want different aspects for the railway program, including the train, tram, light rail, and metro system are all part of the EV development. So of course, all these train systems have been become electric for a long time, maybe more than 40 years now. However, around the world, there's still quite a few institutions offering these courses. For example, like in UK, you have Birmingham, University of Leeds, University of Aberdeen, University of Southern University, and University of Illinois. And so they also offer this program. So to conclude my discussion for today, we found that EV is now a higher education must program. Through the feedback, the students really like this program. We do have suitable EV courses, a good program for this future development. So EV is now a trend for the whole world. In the future, we do have a lot more of the EV. So we do have a shortage of the EV engineer. So we see that in Europe, UK, United States, we do have many of similar courses already available. So then, however, we do have sufficient professor, teaching staff for this development, mainly because we have a budget issue and EV program usually have a more facility as well. However, we're expecting by 2050, because the carbon neutrality, there will a lot more EV in the market. We do have a much more, we do need a much more educational program in EV in order to cover the world development. So our feedback from the student after they learn our course, we found that they desire to have a good professor, have an EV development. They found that our professor is good, so that means to learn the EV, we do need to have good professor. However, at the moment, the famous professor or experienced professor in EV is not that many. So the student like to have a good and hands-on experience, case study, and site visit so that they can learn much better for the EV program. They also like to have a video recording so that they're able to review the course after the class. So that's all my presentation. Thank you so much.